Today's recipe calls for shrimp. I'm going to show you how to make a lemon garlic shrimp pasta. It's simple, very few ingredients, and it's delicious. So with that said, let's get started. The first thing we need to do to make this bowl of gluten and protein is prep the shrimps. In a medium-sized bowl, add 1 pound or 453 grams of jumbo shrimp, that is count 21.25 per pound. If you can, buy shrimp that has already been deveined and peeled. It'll speed up the prep work. If that isn't available, you can simply do it yourself. I have a few videos on it. The next thing we'll add to the bowl is half a teaspoon baking soda. Before you add that to the bowl though, ensure you discard any excess liquid in the bowl. We want the baking soda to attach to the shrimp. Alright, thoroughly mix things together. The baking soda does some food science type stuff, changing the pH level of the crustacean. In simpler terms, it'll help the shrimp retain the moisture they hold during the cooking process, which in turn will give us pieces that are plump and juicy. Set that aside so we can move on to prepping the next thing, which is garlic cloves. We'll be using 8 to 9 medium or large cloves. Cut both ends off each piece of garlic. Following that, give the cloves a light smash. This will help peel off all the paper skins. Now that you have Naked Vampire Repellent, slice the garlic into little chips. Set that aside when they've been sliced. Snag a small bushel of flat leaf parsley, should be 0.66 ounces or 15 grams. Pick all of the leaves off the stem. If you pick some stem as well, it'll be fine if you do. Anyways, now that all the things have been picked, create a small bundle of green stuff. Then with a sharp knife, chop the parsley into little chunks. You want to use a sharp knife to prevent things from bruising. We want to keep that nice bright green color. After you make the first pass, using a rocking motion, chop or mince the parsley into even smaller pieces. The smaller the better. Keep doing this until your little heart is content with the way things look. Just keep in mind not to overdo it, or things will start to turn dark in color and become bitter in taste. Next, collect a large pot to cook the pasta in. Add as much water as needed. Season the water really well with some coarse ground kosher salt. Take the skillet and the pot of water over to the heat source. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We need to prep the other main ingredient of this recipe, which is the lemon portion. We first need to zest the citrus fruit. Using a microplane or a box grater on the fine side, take the yellow skin off the fruit. When doing this, ensure to do your best to avoid the pith of the fruit. It's the white part and it's bitter in taste. Once you've zested the goods, run your fingy down the backside of the microplane to knock loose any zest that may be stuck, or tap the box grater to knock anything off. After you're done stripping the paint off the lemon, give your tool a quick rinse. This will make it much easier to clean later on. When you're done with that, make the lemon cry by juicing it. Collect as much liquid as you can. Strain and drain the liquid to collect all the pulp and seeds. Alright, now that the prep is actually done, let's start cooking this pasta dish. Turn the skillet heat level to a medium-low temp. Allow the pan to become nice and hot. Once it's all hot and bothered, drop in roughly 2 teaspoons of oil, or enough to coat the bottom of the skillet. After the liquid fat has been added, immediately drop in the shrimps. Ensure you're not adding any liquid to the skillet. It'll cool the pan down, preventing us from achieving a solid sear on the shrimp. When the protein is in the skillet, ensure it's in one even layer and things are not overlapping one another. Cook the first side for around 3 minutes or until the shrimp has a hard sear on it and is starting to turn a light pink color. After that has occurred, give the crustaceans a flippy floppy. We'll cook this side for the same amount of time or until the entire piece of shrimp turns a pink opaque color. At this point, it should barely start to curl into a C shape. If it does, you know it's done and you should pull the shrimps out of the pan immediately. You do not want the shrimp to fully curl up into a tight C shape. That means they've become overcooked and will have a rubbery, chewy texture to them. When the pan has been cleared out, to help cool the skillet down so the garlic doesn't burn,
Add about 2 teaspoons of lemon juice or water to shock the pan to cool it. Watch out for the steam cloud. Scrape the fond off the bottom of the skillet to break up all those tasty bits. When the pan is dry, add the garlic in. Cook this until things become fragrant and smell. It'll take longer to cook because the temp is so low. Oh yeah, also, loosely cover the shrimp, allowing steam to escape. We want to keep it warm until we're ready to use it. If your garlic is done cooking, but the noodles are not, take the skillet off the heat to prevent things from burning. When the pasta water is at a ripping boil, drop in the nudes. When you're able to fully submerge the pasta in the water, following that, set a timer to cook the gluten sticks for the recommended time on the box. For the perfect al dente texture, periodically give the pasta pot a stir to prevent things from sticking together or to the bottom of the pot. After the timer rings and the nudes are cooked, transfer all the pasta over to the skillet of garlic. Do not worry about draining too much of the water off of the pasta. Also, save some pasta water for later. It'll help create our pan sauce. Turn the heat back onto a low-medium level. Give the pasta and garlic a good thorough mix together to combine things. After that, add about half of the lemon zest and parsley in. Give that a mix in as well. Finally, add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter in. Give the pasta a really good mix until the butter has fully melted in. Add a few teaspoons of pasta water in at a time to make your pan sauce. After you add the water, vigorously mix it in so it emulsifies with the butter to make a nice creamy sauce. The gluten in the water will help thicken things as well. Only add small bits of water in at a time. This way we do not overdo things. It's easier to add more than take some out. When things are getting close to being done, pour in the lemon juice, then give it a mix about. Adding it at the very end will help hold on to as much of the lemon flavor as possible. Give things a taste test and adjust the flavor as needed with coarse ground kosher salt. Adjust the sauce's thickness or viscosity as needed with more pasta water as well. When you're happy with how the pasta looks and tastes, dump in the cooked shrimp and give it a mix. Take the skillet off the heat source so we can finish this thing off. If things have thickened up too much, add more water as needed. Alrighty then, garnish the pasta with the rest of the lemon zest and parsley. Make this pasta dish for date night or make this for a quick weeknight meal. Whatever you decide to do, just enjoy.
Alright, now that our lemon garlic shrimp pasta is done, let's give it the old tasteroo. So looking at it, it came out super aesthetically pleasing. The noodles look like they're really well coated in that butter pasta water sauce that we made, or pan sauce I guess. The shrimp looks nice and juicy. Some of them got that good caramelization on them, or that bright orange color. The lemon zest and parsley give it that pop of color as well. Overall, it just looks creamy and really tasty, so let's give it a shot. Gotta put this down, it's kind of getting heavy. Get a bite with everything in it, some garlic, shrimp, and of course a lot of noodle. Go for another bite. Holy cow, this thing came out tasty. The first thing that hits your palate is that lemon flavor. It's not overpowering or too strong by any means. It's nice and subtle and addicting. Then we get some richness and fat from our butter that we added. And of course you get that super tasty garlic flavor as well. And you get that pop of freshness from the parsley and the distinct flavor it holds as well. We get some caramelization from the shrimp that we got, that hard sear on, and of course the shrimp bring that good flavor as well. Lemon and fish go so well together. The pasta itself is also really tasty. Texture-wise, the pasta is cooked perfectly. The shrimp are nice and tender and juicy. Then we get a little bit of crunch from some of those garlic chips that are in there. Overall, it's really tasty. Oh, and also it's nice and creamy as well. This recipe is simple to make and it's perfect for date night, or slap this together and really impress your friends and show them you know how to cook. Maybe it'll impress them, I really don't know. But anyways, you can make this any which way you would like. Maybe make it spicy and add some toasted red pepper flakes, or get real bougie with it and ditch the regular butter and use some brown butter instead, which sounds super tasty. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching. And I don't know what I'm gonna do after this, so I'm gonna go figure that out, and we'll see you on the next one. Or if you want to impress your friends, slap this together and impress them. Are nice and coated in that little butter pasta sauce. It's not really pasta sauce, I guess. Perfect to make for date night. And you can make this any which way you want. Maybe get rid of the butter and use some brown butter instead, which means you're still using butter, and I'm just kind of rambling on right now, so never mind. And ditch the regular butter and use some unsalted. We use unsalted. Impress your friends, or I think. Wrap this thing together and make us super, always with the gosh dang supers.